I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking, and don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. And like any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So keep looking, don't settle.
At the age of 21, I'd reached the top, or so I thought. I graduated college, I was engaged, I moved from Florida to Colorado, I bought a house, I opened my first gym. I checked off all the things that normally it takes tens of years to achieve, and I achieved it all at 21. And I sat there at the top thinking, is this it? Now, at 27, I have some insight on what all of that means, how it's affected me, and in this video, we're gonna talk about what they don't tell you when you reach the top of the mountain.
Look what I just saw on my way to work.
Oh, you got it. All right, so we actually end our journey where we started with Mr. Scott here at the Fitness Edge. And I really want to give this guy a massive thank you because he helped me start my journey here in town as a coach. There's so many more people in town that are healthy, that walk, that move, that stretch, that are out of pain because of this man. And so I really appreciate that. The quote that really stands out to me is, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go with others. And that's the exact attitude Scott brought with me, is he had no reason to help me out other than he wants to see other people live a happier and healthier life. And as coaches, we're trying to pass that on. So thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. For sure. Love having you here, man. Love I can be part of your journey. So I'm stoked to see where you go from here, man.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
No one gets to see this, like very few people.
That is true.
We're in the clouds.
I compare it to hiking a 14er because the work is done beforehand. Weeks of walking, running, leg exercises to ensure we're well equipped to hike into the clouds. At the top, you spend the least amount of time. It's a glimpse at what it took to get there. But it's also a place few ever have the courage to even train for, let alone attempt. Then to come back down because you can't stay there forever is similar to the ebbs and flows that occur in life. Circumstances aren't always perfect, but you can control your actions. Once I got to my top, I tried to find the next mountain to keep climbing. That constant chase for bigger and better left me empty. I didn't build my dream to be the next front cover on Forbes magazine. I built my dream for two reasons: freedom and impact.
And just like that, the mountain we'd spent an entire day building was leveled, and a new mountain has been brought up, bigger and better than last time. And so this is a good comparison to how life works sometimes. I spent 10 years coaching, learning, and being a gym owner, all to close my doors. Not sell it to someone else, not open a second location, but continue my dream by going back to the roots. And that's where we find ourselves here, going back to the roots of freedom and impact. Your mom and I and your grandmother and great-grandmother and uncle and everyone else has spent the last year rebuilding this house, this paradise, this ranch, this new American dream. So that way you could also have family, freedom, and have the opportunity to be a kid and get dirty and have fun and experience life the way it was meant to be experienced. And I'm so excited to see you smile and run and trip and get back up and learn. And so I hope that eventually one day you see these videos and you smile at yourself growing up, you smile at your mom and dad. You are so fortunate to have so many people around you that love you, and we're all so excited to see you walk on your own journey. Baby girl, we love you, and I'll see you in the next video.
There it is. Got it emptied, and it's probably one of the last times we'll be in here. It's empty. Everything's out. It's clean. All done. All done for now. Oh, I'll never gonna be back here, so. The chapter closed.
The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life.
And that's where I find myself, at 27, with a newborn baby girl, and an entire life ahead of us. I'm entering into a new phase, a new chapter. I ended up trapping myself at the top of a mountain. Instead of thinking of the next mountain, I'm going to focus on the journey, the work itself, documenting and enjoying the moments that go way too fast. Because at the end of the day, rushing life only gets you closer to one place, death. We can't escape it, but why rush it?
My third story is about death. When I was 17, I read a quote that went something like, "If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right." It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? And whenever the answer has been no for too many days in a row, I know I need to change something. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Sorry to be so dramatic, but it's quite true. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish.